Welcome back to Big Blue Fantasy. Today I'm going to be talking about all the injuries that happened in week 3. So make sure you like and subscribe. We're going to get it started right now. This channel is dedicated to all the fantasy fans who have, tough time finding out all the knowledge, what's happening in the league. I'm going to help you find that out as at the same time I keep it for myself. This is my fantasy journey and I'm a diehard Giants fan. They're not doing good this season, but besides that, we're going to talk about that part of my sadness of this fantasy football season later. Right now, we're only talking about the injuries, so let's get it started. Starting with quarterbacks, the biggest injury I could think about is the Derek Carr injury. I think it is his AC joint. It was crazy. As soon as he went down, Saints were up 17-0, and I was talking shit to my Packers friend saying Jordan Love sucks, because until that moment, he did. The Derek Carr injury changed everything. 18 points in fourth quarter, unanswered, came back, they won. It looked more serious. I thought he might have had the Tony Romo injury where he broke the collarbone, but it was just AC joint as far as I am hearing. And if it's a sprain, I think it is anywhere from 2 to 6 weeks. He should come back later on in the season, but right now I would not, if he is put on IR, that'll be great, but I would probably keep him on IR. Don't expect him to start this week, but yeah, Derek Carr would be the most serious injury this week. For other quarterback, it was Patrick Mahomes. We saw his ankle get messed up. The defender landed on his ankle, and you saw it getting rolled. That was towards the end of the second quarter, right before they were going to halftime. He stayed through the game. They did win 41-10, so he really didn't have to try. After I think they were up 41, he just sat down. So that's extra time for him to heal. And he's going against the Jets, who have a good pass rush, but that defense is going to get tired because Zach Wilson sucks. So Patrick Mahomes, and I think the Chiefs are going to be good with him unless we hear something else during the week that he cannot practice, he's not playing, etc. If you have Patrick Mahomes, don't worry about it. I think he's good to go. Unlike Derek Carr, he's going to be out for at least 2 to 6 weeks. In the middle, I think that's a good amount of timetable. Jimmy Garoppolo did get a concussion. He did come back in, I think, but I know he was taken out. He was checked in the blue tent. Watch out what happens, because same thing happened with AR. He took himself out and he didn't play 1 week later. It is not surprising if a quarterback cannot play, and Jimmy G has taken a lot of hits, so maybe he might not play. And you could find somebody on the waiver wire. I think this week's biggest pickup would be CJ Stroud. He had an incredible week 3, so I think he's going to continue being good. I think he looks like the most promising rookie quarterback. Anthony Richardson just looks like the best elite fantasy option. Now, moving on to the wide receivers. The biggest news is Mike Williams. He's out for the year. ACL. He tore his ACL. That injury looked bad. Unlucky. Every year he goes out in some time of... Every year he always goes out in some type of injury. He's just very, very unlucky. I feel bad for the guy. He's very talented, but Chargers expected this. I don't think they expected him to get hurt like he always does, but they had an insurance policy and they drafted Quentin Johnson, and that's his replacement. So they have somebody already in mind. He plays like Mike Williams. He's having a slow start, but Keenan Allen is killing it. But those who lost Mike Williams this week, I'm sorry. I had a feeling, and that's why I avoided him based on his injury history. The biggest hold your breath moment this week was when JJ got hurt. I don't have him in fantasy football, but this dude is electric. I love watching him play. He does unbelievable stuff. It's like when Tyreek Hill would get injured. Tyreek Hill is the entire offense for the Dolphins. He's so good that he opens up the entire lane. The shuffle pass touchdown, that was to Achan. Tua, it looked good. Tua's no look is incredible. We'll talk about Tua in a separate conversation. When he did a no look, the whole defense and the defender were all looking at Tyreek Hill. So much attention. Tua was looking like Mahomes over there, throwing the no-look passes. The Dolphins are killing it. They dropped 70 points, but that's a different story. Justin Jefferson, I think he should be good. He did come back and he did make some plays. Hoping he's good, but the Vikings are 0-3. A lot to be said about that. Are they going to trade Kirk Cousins? I don't know, but as far as injury, JJ should be good. We saw Jonathan Mingo get banged up. I'm not sure exactly what the severity of that injury is. I'll keep you updated if I find out anything, but for right now, I think he might. We just need to make sure he practices, and then we'll take it from there. Last few would be Stephon Diggs. He did get hurt during the game. He landed on his wrist, but he went back out and came back in. So I don't think we need to worry about that unless you hear something throughout the week. I think Stephon Diggs is good to go. I love Stephon Diggs. He is on my league. I have him and Josh Allen. So when they went off this week, I won my league for that. Thank you so much. So I hope you're good. Calvin Ridley, another person that is a major star in fantasy football. He hurt his knee. I don't know how severe it's going to be. He's probably going to be sore this morning, probably throughout the whole week. So make sure you pay attention to that. Aside from that, I know some running backs did not perform that good as they were expected to. I know Derrick Henry didn't perform that good. He had like 11 carries. I don't know why he's not getting the bulk of the carries. I'm not sure what's happening over there. He might be a trade target, so watch out for that. I think Zach Moss also got hurt for a little bit. I don't think there was any major besides Gus Edwards. For running back, Gus Edwards, he is in concussion protocol. Yeah, he left the game after having like 11 carries, 8 carries. I forget how much he had, but he was on pace to have a good day. But then he got hurt, and they had to go to Melvin Gordon and Kenyon Drake, as you saw that. Kenyon Drake had a fumble. I don't know how long he's going to be out. Another person, concussion differs from people to people, so pay attention to that news. I think aside from that, I don't think there's any other major injuries I can think of. If anything, I will always update and let you know, but so far, this is it. Hope to all the Mike Williams fantasy managers, people I would use to replace. I know I'm going to do my waiver wire next, another video, a separate video, but I'm just going to help you. Whoever has Mike Williams, because Mike Williams being out is the biggest hit. I know he was drafted as, maybe in the 5th round, 4th round, 6th round, whatever he went in, but he's still a very good wide receiver. You're obviously going to want to pick up somebody from the Chargers because somebody's going to have to replace his volume. They did get Quentin Johnson. If it's not him, it'll be Palmer. If not those two, you want to look another route, look at Tank Dell or Adam Thielen. If they're all there, I think they'll be the closest to replicate more than anybody else. But yeah, that's it. Make sure you give me a follow. Make sure you subscribe. I'm Suhi. This is Big Blue Fantasy. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.